be terrified?
Yes.
Yeah. Or do you want to be the Terrifier?
Sometimes some people call me that.
Uh,
But well, you know, we're talking about obvious Art the Clown in the brand new teaser trailer for Terrifier 3. Director, writer Damien Leone started this a couple of years ago in 2016 or 2018. He made Terrifier for $30,000. Just a few friends
Amazing.
yeah.
made this movie. It became it caught fire, and then he made. I think it made about $200,000 or $250,000. Then he took all that money and made Terrifier 2 for $200,000.
And he kept the molds, as they say.
Kept it to himself, and then that movie made $20 million.
Yeah.
And now the budget for Terrifier 3 is $2 million. So he's gradually making the films, you know, a bigger budget of films, but he's doing it all himself and his, you know, his business partners or his partners. And what a smart way of sort of circumventing, dealing with other non-creatives for money and all this kind of stuff. Just truly independent filmmaking. Yes. Which I think is fantastic. So
good.
It's like the purest form of it right there. You're making a movie and you're making money, and you're doing your own artistic vision without any other, you know, people putting their thumbprint on it.
Right.
And
it's interesting because it's such a dream, like to do that, like get your friends there and make this movie, and it catches on, and then it catches on again, and then you realize you have something like that's like kind of the dream, because here's this guy that did the way he wanted to do it, like you're saying, invented a whole new character, like you know, he's in the mold of like Michael Myers, you know, creating like a slasher kind of movie with a whole new persona, right? And he's not necessarily supernatural, so you have that going. And so I love that idea that not only did he take a small budget and a small film and keep it lean and put the money where it mattered, which is the big part. He took the second one, and you see the increase in the budget, in the production values, in the story. Everything about it is elevated. So you can only assume, learning what he's learned, that 3 will have the same, like, now that he's got more money, he's going to elevate the deal even more. So I cannot wait, because when I first saw Terrifier, I was a little like, whoa, because there's one scene where they put all their money that's almost impossible to watch. So I was like, I mean, he really crosses lines there. I was I almost quit watching it at that point, but I went on. Glad I did. And then part 2, I loved. Part 2, I thought was way better, not as hateful, still extreme gore and lots of, you know, great stuff like that you loved from the first one, but not quite as horrible. Mean-spirited. It's still mean-spirited. It is what it is. But it had a more fantasy feel. They were more playful. They deepened the story. So I think that was very cool. So I'm very excited to see this teaser, because I can only assume he knows what he's doing, and he's going to make it even better than 3.
And you have to hope that the added money doesn't you know, involve other people.
Yeah.
And with it, you know, hopefully he's the kind of person who's going to hang on to his the vibe of the first films and what made them popular, and not lose that now that he's got all the popularity and all this, you know, extra money and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes that ruins stuff.
I think he keeps his sort of grindhousey.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can, you know, tell that this is coming from a certain place, and we know those kind of films, and I think he does too. So I don't think it's going to be sort of elevated as far as that. It'll sort of, you know, just be maybe there's more money on the screen in a good way, you know.
People get a little bit more money, and they'll get like a bigger star, and then the bigger star will say, you know, I'll do this film if you change this and the, you know. So there's all these other little influences. Once outside people start seeing you know, a money possibility here, like if I get, you know, I'll add another $1 million, but you have to do this. And
well, I know from the guy who did a lot of the masks, I met him. He was Damien Leone was offered tons of money from Blumhouse, tons, and he said no.
What?
As far
you
as
don't say no to Blumhouse.
Well, I think I mean, as far as the IP, as far
he wants
not
control.
Much distribution, I'm talking about like what the creative control is all his. Yeah. So
if they buy
a percentage
of it, then they're going to start saying, well, you know, we really need you to get a bigger star.
Let's make this PG-13, you know.
No, I would think anyone but Blumhouse would do that. I feel like with Blumhouse, you're relative, because they want to keep budgets low. They understand the low budget horror thing they're trying to do here, and I just don't think but you know, hey, more power to him. He doesn't seem to need them, and also $2 million isn't so much that you're going to be, you know, corrupted by money. And I feel like I'm very interested to see how they're going to expand and make this look more expensive. So
it's coming out around Halloween. I have a feeling this might be the Art the Clown Halloween, you know, year. I think it could be a huge hit in that way. So we'll see. But let's take a look at the teaser for Terrifier 3.
Okay. You ready? Everybody quiet?
Quiet.
Stop it.
Shut up, everybody.
Stop working. All right, here we go. Ready?
I guess Halloween. It's going to come on Halloween.
A little before Halloween, yeah.
October 11th. Okay.
Analog synth sound at the end.
Yeah, I love that.
Very cool music.
Yeah, the ending, just the look of the graphics is very like 1981 Frank Henenlotter, a basket case or something like that.
The styling and the wardrobe, the young actress in there with her sweater and all that, it just looks very not present day for some reason.
So if I was doing this teaser trailer, I wouldn't have shown anything else except for Art the Clown in his Santa outfit doing probably the Blood Angel. I think that would have been enough. Seeing everything else, I mean, I feel like we didn't get great shots of Art the Clown. Like I wanted to just see him. They should have done like a special shoot of him, the fireplace cute, and you see the Christmas tree and him kind of coming around the tree, just dark and minimal, and like him Merry Christmas kind of idea. I feel like they showed us way too much. I didn't want to see the dumb people I don't care about. I don't want to see giveaways on the kills. Come on, people. But I am very, very excited to see Art the Clown as Santa. That is perfect.
Well, it's going back to trailers, like what to show, how to edit a trailer for optimum, and for some people it's like you got to show the kills,
show everything. Yeah.
And I go back to like one of my favorite trailers, the original Alien. They didn't show anything of the movie other than just sort of the setting and the sense and the feel. Sound.
Yeah,
that's all you need in a trailer, especially a teaser. Like a teaser is not that long. You don't have to show clips in a 1 minute teaser. It's an odd choice. So anyway,
I mean, wouldn't you like to have just seen the empty room with the blood on the floor and the leg? We'll leave the leg in there, right? You just have him walk in, do the sit down, lay down, do his little thing. That's it. That is really all you need for a teaser. Would be that. Yeah. You don't need to explain it's Christmas. You don't need to show the people getting killed in the shower. You don't have to don't need to see any of that. But he basically is the movie. I mean, when you see him, everyone else, I don't remember anything about any one of these movies. It's like, who cares? They're all they're just fodder for Art the Clown. But he's so good and so fun, and he just dials it in and has so much fun with the role that you like him. He sees terrible things because he's so entertaining and so fun, and you can tell Howard Thornton.
Yes.
That's when you get an actor who gets it, and then you're like, okay, you're going to be an evil clown, but they bring a little extra something, and it's like, that is what we're talking about. I mean, there's an opening scene where these people are in a restaurant, and they're sitting there, and they see this guy dressed, it's Halloween, so it's not that weird, so they see a guy sitting there dressed like a clown, and they're like, this guy, and so he's just looking at him just a little bit too weird, just weird. It's that uncomfortable thing, like, it's getting kind of weird now, and he's just sitting there, he's not doing anything, he's just being weird, and you're like, let's get out of here, this guy's creeping me out. That would be a great, just sitting in the restaurant while someone's just looking at you. That's the kind of strength the actor's bringing.
Like a clown. Have you ever seen Mark?
Yeah, we need to show that.
I think Damien Leone looked at my Instagram, Facebook feed from a couple of years ago. Said, that's a good idea for a movie. This guy creeps me out.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, oh my God, I have this great idea. Let's have an evil clown.
Yeah.
I saw this guy and it was terrifying.
He terrified me. We'll call him Art.
Guy from the Cinemondo podcast.
Yeah, Mark. We'll change the name Mark a little bit to Art. That works. Yeah.
So we have a poster. Boom. Okay. Awesome because it's illustrated and it looks retro. Love it. Love it. And I love the Santa mask just kind of hanging around his neck.
Santa's face, like skin.
Yeah,
Isn't
look like
this,
a skin
isn't this sacrilegious to Santa Claus and what
Oh
Christmas
yeah,
is all about? Silent Night, Deadly Night, and all those movies from way back when.
Yeah, you're
Bad
right.
mouth.
I'm kind of offended by this the
I
more I
know.
look at it.
Oh, so offensive, like
Oh
the
my
Olympics.
God.
Yeah.
So what do we see in this poster? It
Art.
looks like, is this a dead victim down here? Is this something? It looks like legs in the fire. It looks like it's someone in the fireplace, maybe.
I
Someone's
can't
butt.
tell.
Really
Someone's
tough.
butt in the fireplace.
No, it's like someone.
Interesting
Their head's
choice.
in the fireplace. We're seeing it from behind.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And then we see looks like there's intestines around the tree. Look, we got little intestines. And then it looks like more faces kind of hanging off the tree. Like to your point about this being the skinned, maybe it's like a Santa, a fake Santa on the street, like one of those like
There's a mall Santa. There might be a scene at the mall with the Santa Claus.
Everybody wants to see those guys get killed. And then we have something reflected in the act. I don't know. Pretty entertaining. It looks like there's more stuff down in the presents too. So someone spent some time. I like that they got an illustrated.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Very cool. Very cool.
So
there it is.
So it's coming out for Halloween, October 11th. So
Christmas comes early.
So Terrifier 3. If you haven't seen the first two, you can, as Kathy said, you can watch them on Screenbox. Catch up so you're ready for this one when it comes out in a couple of months. Yeah. All right, everybody. Terrified.
All right.
Let's be terrified together. Bye, everybody. See ya.
Merry Christmas.